Alright, so today we're talking about set model fractions and area model fractions. Fractions on a number line. Okay, and this is just a review, and that way, if you have any questions, let me know, and parents also, just so that you can help out your kiddos. A set model fraction is probably one of the harder ones, I would say, because what you're doing is, let's say, oh, I don't need a line. Let's get a box. If you have 1, 2, and 3, okay, so if you have 1/3 of, let's say, 12, this one's I would say this is the hardest, but what I like to compare it to is, let's say we have 12 flowers and we need to evenly divide it up between 3 people. So there are 12 flowers. So until they understand, we have not done division yet. Okay, so student, if you are watching this, you have not done division yet, but fractions are division. So what we're doing is dividing 12 up 3 equal times. Okay, so until we memorize math facts, let's do it this way, kind of like if you were dividing a group of flowers up into 3 different vases. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I had my 3 vases. I'm pretending it's a vase. And I have how many flowers? 12, and I want to find out 1/3 of those flowers. Well, how much is 1/3 of those flowers? 1 out of the 3 would be 4. So I have 4 right here. So just to see that we understand, 2/3 would be 2 of the vases, and that would be how many total? 8. 3/3 would be all of it, which would be 12. So 1/3 of 12 is just this group, which is 4. I also compare it to dividing up teams. So if you divide up teams and you pick 2 captains and then they start picking teams, the 2 captains would be like the first marks that I made, and then I keep making marks, and then just like the team captain would still be on the team. So you could think of it with flowers, or maybe some candy, or some apples, or whatever you want to picture, you can picture that. An area model fraction would be if you have an area and you divide that up. So let's divide that up into 2 sections. So let's shade in 1/2. Okay. Oh man, I keep saying I'm going to buy a mouse and I haven't done it yet. Alright, so 1/2 would be half of the box, just one side of it. So it would be 1 out of the 2 that we divided the whole into. So set model, you have a set of things. Area model, you're just dividing one object into several pieces. An example that I gave in class was with Play-Doh, or something like that. And we want to divide it up evenly, especially when you have siblings or friends. You don't just take like a teeny little corner of Play-Doh and give it to one of your friends. You try to divide it up as evenly as possible. So that would be an example of area model fractions. And then fractions on a number line. The way we talked about it in class was just between 0 and 1. We haven't gone further than that. And so here's 0 and here is 1. And the example would be just if you're trying to find a half, where is halfway between 0 and 1, okay, it would just be halfway down the line. And we jump from 0 to 1/2, okay? And then you would mark that 1/2. Oh my goodness gracious. 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to change colors and show you, let's say, 1/4, which would be halfway between 0 and 1/2. Okay, and you can check your work by seeing, okay, 1/4, that means I'm dividing a whole into 4 pieces. So would there be 4 there? Yes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we just want 1/4 of it, which is right here. So to double check your work, you just make sure that you have the denominator, the bottom number, evenly divided up into the 4 section. So the other part that we talked about this week as a review was just that we have the word half, thirds, 1/3, fourth for 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, and so on. So just seeing that the number 4, you don't say 1/4, you change it and you say 1/4. So they're used to hearing it like if they're fourth in line, but it's the same with fractions. You do spell it differently. Okay, so we can practice those two. Again, let me know in class if you have any questions. Otherwise, go ahead and practice learning these names: set model, area model, and then fractions on a number line. Okay? All right. Thanks so much.